Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly InSalt, episode 289. My name is Wade. If you haven't listened before, Wade Lassen specifically, Google it. Just kidding, don't. Because you'll just find this show anyway. I'm here with Laura.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, I'm not going to say your last name because people just, they don't need to know who you are.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
It's not important.
They already know.
Not important.
You're important to me.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Curt, on the other hand, VP of Sound.
Hey, Curt.
He's more important to me because he actually runs the sound.
Right, exactly.
How you doing, Curt?
I'm good.
You know what? You're stressed, man. I can tell, and that's okay.
I am.
It's one of those weeks for you.
It is. I'm on call for work this week, and it already sucks.
But, I mean, just being on call in general adds more stress, and it's tough.
It is.
It's tough to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome back to the studio. It's been a long time. Ches, man.
Hey, how's it going? It has been a while.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
How does it feel?
Feels like old times.
Yeah, good, man.
Yeah.
Good. Is it comfortable, though?
Oh, yeah.
A lot more quiet in here.
Yeah, it's a big different in here.
Oh,
yeah.
you haven't been here since all of this happened.
I've been in this. I haven't recorded in the studio since everything's changed.
Yeah, it's different now.
It is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
We were just, it's just weird having like the headphones on right before the show. Kurt's like, "What's that buzz?" And I'm like, "I don't hear the buzz."
I don't
And
hear
you're
a buzz.
And then you hit your headphones, and it's like, man, everybody takes hearing for granted. Like, you just feel lucky when you walk around in the world. You don't have to worry about like electronics messing everything up. You just get to hear things. But then when we sit in the studio, it's like, okay, make sure that switch is turned on. Make sure that's at a certain level. Make sure. Wait, what? Is the AC on?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that, I don't know if the listener hears it, but in the studio you can hear the laptop fan, and it drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts, too. I hate it.
We've been trying to get rid of it, but we just need to get the voice recorder out.
Tune out skills, man. Just tune it
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it is white noise.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. But
I was thinking, this would be a good room to play VR in.
yeah, so people
It'd
won't
be
get hurt.
Right.
Yeah,
Padded walls.
Padded walls, yeah.
Unlike last night when people falling over and they rip the foam off the wall. That's what we need.
Yeah, I mean, that would happen. Yeah. But they wouldn't rip it off with their hands. It'd probably be their face or their ribs.
They had a foam burn on their face.
For some reason, have you ever played VR before? I don't know if you've ever tried.
Yeah, I've played the VR before.
You tried it?
Yeah.
I think you did, but I don't. Yeah, I think I remember you trying it. For whatever reason, everybody's like, we got to play VR. And then people get hurt. And so now I don't know how a company exists where they're like, you pay them per hour to play VR because...
Well, I like it that you have to like click yes to a warning before you play.
Yeah. That was the...
You could break a rib.
Oh, yeah, you definitely... I mean,
And we need our lawyer to do a release waiver.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think we should. Last night, I had a VR night, and I have the HTC Vive. For the people that don't know, it's not like the one you attach to your phone. It's not the Quest, which I've heard it kind of is, but the Quest I hear is, it's its own contained unit. With the Vive, it's hooked up to a computer. You have a cord attached, so it's really responsive, and it does a very, very good job of tricking your brain into believing that you just live here now.
Oh, yeah.
And when that happens and you're playing a game, especially a game that like puts you, it's like like a zombie game where like they're coming at you and you feel backed into a corner. Yeah, usually when people get scared, their tendency is to run away
And fall over.
And if you do that, you're attached to things. And yeah, what happened last night is a buddy of mine tried to lean on a non-existent counter in VR, which is how you broke your ribs.
That's how I broke my ribs the first time I ever played. Here.
Yeah.
Well,
That wasn't the first time. I don't think it was the first time.
Yeah, because I was learning. I was doing the training thing.
Okay, we'll go with that. I don't think it was your first time.
No?
though. I don't think so.
It was good. Yeah, I did that one with the plank coming out of the high rise.
Yeah, we played that one last night.
And I mean, I knew that I was 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the ground. But in my mind, seeing that, looking at it, I'm like, nope,
Yep.
Because I'm terrified of heights. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Nope, I'm going
Taylor
back.
has been on the show, and he's never played VR. Last night was his first time, and that's what we introduced him with. Because
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. It was
I was like, Curt and I were standing right beside him while he had the headset on, because that game will make you fall over if you walk off of. There's a board on the ground, a physical board, but you set that all up in VR so that in the game the board is in VR, and then you can walk across it. And it takes you up an elevator. The doors open in the elevator, and there's a plank, and you're supposed to walk out to the end and then walk back. That's the best way to introduce people to VR because it really gets your feelings going. It's different. You can play any game in VR. There's a tower defense game called The Lab where you have a bow and you shoot these people that look like paper.
Yeah, paper people.
And it's cool, but that one, the plank experience makes get your stomach going. You're like, I can't do it. It took me 15 minutes to get up the balls to walk across the plank the first time. Taylor's just like, nope, I'm done.
Nope, fuck this.
That's exactly how I was.
I'll play any other game, but not this one.
I didn't try it, and I won't.
That's the thing about VR, which I want to bring up, is that there's a few types of people that like VR. I think people like watching other people play VR because you look absolutely ridiculous.
Well, with the googly eyes, it helps.
Well, even just imagine it with the googly eyes, it reinforces the fact that you look like an idiot.
Right.
Without the googly eyes, it looks like you're an idiot and you're also taking it seriously.
Yeah, trying to.
And some of the newer headsets make me laugh because they have two cameras in the front where your eyes would be. So rather than the googly eyes, there's actually two camera lenses there.
So you look like the Terminator.
Yeah, you look like, I don't know, Short Circuit. I was just thinking that.
Johnny Five.
Yeah. And then there's the people that are skeptical, and then when they try it, they love it.
Yeah.
And there's the people that just love it. But I think the thing that keeps most people away from playing VR is that they don't want to look dumb. But I hate to break it to you guys listening. You look dumb most of the time. That's just the way it is, right?
It is, yeah.
I mean, come on. You just have to embrace it. And once you get into VR, I think it's great. I think everybody has a good time.
Yeah, it is fun.
You have to be willing to try it.
Night.
We're going to put Ches in there live on the show.
But we're gonna move all the recording stuff upstairs.
Oh yeah, as if I need to move more shit.
Right.
My whole living room. Yeah, you have to do a whole thing. What you been up to, man? I haven't talked to you in a while, hypothetically. But
just working, living the life.
You're an accountant now.
Yeah. Yes, I can. I guess you can say that.
What's your actual job title then?
Accounts receivable specialist.
Oh.
Okay,
That's an accountant.
So yeah, so basically the company I work for, like any incoming payments, I process those payments. So
you're like the machine that I swipe my card in at 7-Eleven.
Basically.
Just
sort of.
yeah, sort of. No, that's cool. I remember you went to school for that, and
I did. Yes,
you graduated, got your degree, and that's it's good to see you putting it to use.
Yep,
We've been working together recently, specifically with the podcast for you to handle all of our payment stuff, and just to share it live on the air. This is a huge thing. It's very personal information for the podcast itself. How much money does the podcast have?
Right now?
Yeah.
0.
We have $0.
Yep, there's nothing in there. But there are some big things coming, which is cool, and that's why I've involved you back in it, and I think that the direction we're going is cool. There's a lot of opportunities, and like I teased a couple episodes ago, there might be something where you can come meet us.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Well, there's definitely going to be a place where you can come meet us. I mean, the other thing I'm going to be helping with too is with events.
Yeah. Which is
finding events
thing.
for us to show up at. So,
yeah, I think that's one thing. Getting out and meeting with all of you and hanging out at events and going to the beer festival is huge. The state fair, we did.
Do a plug for the Humane Society Barktober Fest coming up. We're going to that.
Yeah, we are. We'll be at that. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing to keep our finger on the pulse of, is just events going on. It's going to get crazy during the wintertime, because what events happen in the wintertime?
Snuggly blankets and pillows and TV.
Not anymore, because Ches is going to have us going to shit all winter long. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great to do those things, specifically the Barktober Fest. If you listen to the show, you know that we had the Humane Society on here, where we talked about Barktober Fest. It sounds so cool.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong with beer and dogs?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
Dogs in costume and a dog corn maze. Come on.
Yeah, there's going to be tons of events there. Look it up. You can go to the UtahHumane.org, I think is the website.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, double check that out.
They have a corn maze?
I think they were planning on trying to put one together for dogs, yeah.
Oh, for dogs.
UtahHumane.org.
It is. I believe it's Utah
look it up.
Humane, but I don't want to miss.
Nope. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's it.
But yeah, we're gonna be there. It's all of the proceeds go to the Humane Society of Utah
because they are a nonprofit.
Yeah, nonprofit organization, and then they're gonna have a bunch of other activities too. I don't really want to give it all away. Just go there. It'll be fun. Also, Curt will probably adopt a dog when he's there.
Maybe. We'll see.
You can hang out with the kitties or the bunnies too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The bunnies just look delicious.
Curt.
They're bunnies. They're not rabbits.
Right.
Oh, so appetizers.
Is that only because you don't? Because in the United States, it's not acceptable to eat cats or dogs.
No, you've not had
delicious?
rabbit stew before?
No, I haven't gone out of my way to try it. No,
Dude, you're missing out.
Rabbit's
so
delicious.
good about it.
But they're not bunnies.
Well, right. Yeah, because once you kill them, they become rabbits.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. But what you can explain to me? I'm really curious why you guys are so into rabbit stew.
I've had it.
Is it good?
It's okay.
It's tasty.
Does it taste like
Has
chicken?
to be cooked right,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, pretty much. If you don't cook it right, then there is a weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
gamey?
Gamey
Yeah,
and
there's
tough.
a game
And
flavor.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, no more bunny talk.
We can talk about poop.
No.
All right, so
Back to bunnies.
UtahHumane.org. They've got Barktober Fest coming up on Sunday, October 8th.
Yes.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be there. It says here, join us for our inaugural Barktoberfest, a Halloween.
Yeah,
Oh, I like
like it.
that.
Halloween pause party presented by the Humane Society of Utah and Subaru on October 8th. We invite you to our Pet Resource Center grounds in Murray for a spectacular celebration of all things canine and Halloween.
Nice. So come support and come see us.
Yeah, it's only
there's going to be food trucks, games, beer, family photo opportunities. You have to book those in advance, it looks like.
Then I didn't see those were sold out, like the photo booth and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That means a lot of people have an interest in it.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, tickets are $5, so
Yeah.
it goes to a good cause. So show up.
Show up and we will be there to meet
There's a
and
whole
greet you.
page on it I didn't see. Here we go. This has got a lot more information on it. You can go to givesmart.com/events/XBO. And there's a lot more information.
I was going to say the end of your delivery there. Like,
Yeah, dog Halloween costume,
yeah.
trick or treat contest.
I mean, I think we did a great job of selling it.
I think so too.
There's
But
puppies.
again, we're going to be there.
Just make sure that don't worry about the rest of us. Just say hi to Laura. Just bug her the whole event. Bring
I'm
her
going to wear a
something.
shirt that says I'm Amy or something like that.
Not Laura.
Not Laura.
Look
I'm
for
not the
Laura.
Laura.
She'll be in the I'm Amy t-shirt. That's custom. Completely custom. Speaking of events, one thing that we did do recently is we went down and saw David Jimenez. He's from the Taste Masters podcast. Also, like a notorious brewer in the Valley. If you work in the brewery industry, you probably know David.
Yeah, I'd say he's new to the Valley now
Well, I mean, not new. Oh, okay.
because he was in Utah County.
Right, but you know him. If you know, you know. We went down to the Keto's event, 6-year anniversary for them. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And we got to learn about a really unique way of brewing beer, which I think is cool. High efficiency brewing system. I'm that's all I'll say because I think we're going to have David on the show soon.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why you're here to wrap up what we were talking about. Ches, you've been helping with events. I think there's a lot of things that we're going to be going to, and I think we're going to be doing some of our own events in the future.
Yeah, there's a couple of things coming up in there this next week. Midville's got their
Car show.
annual car show going
Yeah.
on.
That's a big event for Midville.
Yeah, going on Saturday.
Yeah. It's next Saturday.
It's the 30th, I think.
Yes, the 30th.
Yeah.
I think what day it was.
Yeah, it was the 30th. We're supposed to have a booth there.
I
That's
think
the problem.
we're supposed to.
We didn't prepare well for that, or I didn't, I guess.
But we'll be there. I'll be there. My daughter and her husband's family have cars in the car show.
Yeah,
so
Amy
definitely.
will be there.
Amy will be there. I don't know why I picked Amy, but
I know, it
just,
was good. Chaz, you got to give us something else. I mean, what else you been doing? You just working? That's it.
Pretty
you always
much.
do crazy shit. What have you been on some trips?
It's been a week in Lake Powell that was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I haven't been to Lake Powell. What's the draw to Lake Powell?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is pretty.
If I don't have a boat, should I go there anyway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've been without a boat.
Yeah, I mean, you can camp on the beach right there, the marina, or just off the marina.
Is the water cold?
No. When I was there, it was the middle of July. Water temp was 80, 82 degrees.
I went to Lake Powell once. I think that's one down south, right, in Arizona.
Yeah, it's right on the Utah-Arizona border.
Yeah, I went there once. We a friend of mine at the time, he was a private pilot, so we took his Cessna down there.
Oh,
That was cool. That was really cool.
Where'd you land?
We landed in
Page.
Oh, okay.
We stopped in Cedar City for gas, and then flew over to Page.
So it's like taking a car. You still have to gas up halfway through.
Yeah, but it was a lot more expensive.
Yeah, I bet.
And apparently went at the right time of year, because I know in Page, there's times that the planes can't land because it's so hot.
Yeah. Well, I
Why?
remember we
The
landed
tires?
there.
No, they can't come down because the air is so
thermals.
hot.
Yeah.
The thermals and everything, the planes can't come down.
Yeah. We got there.
Learned
and
something new today.
They gave us a loaner vehicle, and it was probably the worst vehicle I've ever.
We should talk about that because I've heard this story before, and I think we had the same conversation. If you're flying your own airplane and you land at one of these, like the Page Airport, right? It's not a international airport. There's not like somebody that's always there, like the
Is it
traffic
even a
control
regional?
person.
Yes.
I think
It
it's
is
regional.
regional?
Yeah.
There are some commercial flights that come into Page.
But I think when you land, it's kind of like you're just on your own. You obviously have ATC guiding you in, but when you land, there's not a terminal necessarily.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, in Page?
At Page there is.
At Page, there is for like commercial flights
Yes.
and stuff, but
Yeah.
for private planes,
So they
you
probably
just-
have a second runway.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
airport.
I would doubt it.
But we landed and we pulled off the runway, and there was some guy there with he didn't even have the things. He's just guiding us in and told us where to stop, and that was it.
But the car was an airport car.
It was an airport car.
So that's the point that I'm getting
So-
at. Is
Yeah.
when you land
What
and you
was
fly,
it?
it was
I don't know.
They're always shitty cars because they're community cars.
It was shit car. This thing barely ran.
So when you land, imagine you're flying in your own airplane. You land in somewhere not paged because I'm trying to tell a story and you're fucking it up. You land in some rural airport. There's not a person in there. You usually land and then there's a key box that you can go get the key to get into like the little area.
The lounge.
You can sleep there if you're staying overnight or whatever. But then also if you're stuck there, sometimes you got to go eat. So they have a car.
Yeah.
And there's just like this community airport
You
car.
just check the car out for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even let you check it. You just go get the keys and you're like, well, I'm taking
Really?
the car.
Yeah, that's how it was at Page. We landed and then we're like, hey, we're
So
going
you
to go
didn't
to
have
the
to pay
lake.
for gas or give them your
I'm
insurance?
sure you have to
or-
pay for gas, but
Yeah.
you landed an airplane there. So if you steal the car, they've got your
You're
airplane.
good.
Oh, that's true. They have collateral.
Yeah, they got collateral.
So I mean, we went in and we pulled in and the pilot, he went in and he's like, yeah, we're just going to go to the lake for the day. And they're like, here's the keys. The car's over there. And we went out to this car and we're like, and the pilot, he didn't give a shit. He just got right in and started it up. And me and the other friend that I was with, we're looking at this car going, really? Is this safe to drive? But yeah, we got in it and left, and it was weird.
That's fun,
It was
though.
weird. It was a lot of fun.
because you don't get to experience that all the time.
We went to the
Flying
lake
an airplane.
and we went cliff jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
And the pilot was the first one over the cliff. We're like, well, if he's doing it, then I guess it's okay.
Well, that's great. If he doesn't come up, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess we're just stuck here. And
Yeah, it was a tall cliff. It was like 50, 60 feet. And I mean, we're looking over, me and my friend, we're looking over this cliff going, we're supposed to jump off this. The pilot comes over.
Did you do it?
He comes over and looks over just a glance and walks back and just turns around and books it off the edge.
Probably done that 100 times. You know?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's his thing. To you, it's a very special experience, but he's like, dude, I take people down here every week.
Yeah.
yeah, he just flies down
Got
like,
an
I'm going to go jump off the cliff this weekend.
He's like, I fly a little plane. You know what the hell?
Yeah.
Can't
think
be
that
more
would be
dangerous
cool.
than that.
Like if you ever disappear and I call you and you're like, oh, I'm stuck down in Cedar City. I'm trying to learn how to fly the plane back. And my pilot died.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
I'm YouTubing it.
Yeah.
I've spent a
How to
lot
fly
of
a
hours
plane.
in Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, right?
No.
Did you hear about the guy that basically did do that? He worked as a baggage claim person, or
Are you
putting
talking
back-
about
Handler?
Sky King?
I don't know. Maybe that's what they call him.
All right, go on.
Like, why Sky King? That's a very random question.
Yeah, it is.
This guy worked as like a baggage person, and he decided that he
Handler.
didn't. baggage handler. Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. He decided, you know what? I don't really want to do this anymore, but I also like airplanes. And so he stole an airplane and took off, and air traffic control obviously trying to get him to respond, and he was just talking to him candidly. He's like, I don't know, I'm fine. I'll play a lot of video games. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah, this was Sky King.
Okay, yeah. He's like, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I played a lot of video games, and this is super cool. I just want to fly around for a little bit.
I'll be back.
And then I'll land, and you guys can arrest me, you know? And he admitted he's going through a lot of shit. He was under a lot of stress, so he probably just snapped and thought that would be cool. But
Did he land okay?
No.
Oh.
No, he crashed.
Does it have a
No,
sad?
I think it was a
Is he-
suicide thing.
Oh.
So he was
but
like,
he flew the crap out of that plane. He was
First.
doing barrel rolls and flips and stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah. And
Shouldn't laugh.
the pilot, some of the other pilots and people that were watching him were like, we are surprised that plane was holding together.
Wow.
yeah. And it was really like he snapped and stole the airplane, but he was very candid about it on the air. See if you can find the ATC calls between it, because it shouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah, he was
weird to
saying,
hear.
he was on the ATC going, do you think this thing can do a flip?
And I think he made it known that he's like, yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I'm
making
going
the
to
most of this.
land. But then obviously at the end he ended up not landing, just crashing. But he didn't crash into it. I think he was telling him more of the sense like, I don't want to crash into people.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to hurt anybody. I'll just crash it in a field somewhere. But 10 out of 10, don't recommend doing that.
No.
Don't do that. Get help before you get to that point. But I can imagine, I can kind of relate in the sense of, man, if I'm going out, I might as well fly an airplane first.
Yeah.
Because I think, have you ever thought about what it'd be like to fly an airplane, Laura?
There's
Absolutely
actually
not.
a video
No.
of this
Uh-oh.
guy. You
Okay.
can watch it, but it didn't
No
start
sound?
off. Yeah, there is. I just got to turn it on. Hold on.
Clear to Portland, Seattle 6 is filed to 7017.
Started up, get it to go. In a couple hours, I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't know how to land it. I wasn't really planning on landing it.
Oh, yeah, there.
No, not fly one of those aircraft, but we'll see what we can do and get you in contact with somebody.
So,
Alright, yeah, I just kind of want to do a couple maneuvers, see what it can do before I put it down, you know?
Departure Boeing 464. And so I can reach out to you a little easier.
A little bit.
so we're watching a bunch of videos of this
Yeah.
airplane flying like really low over houses and people's cell phone videos.
You know,
Oh.
shoot. Man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day.
22 left contact. Just flying the plane around, you seem comfortable with that?
Oh, hell yeah, it's a blast.
Is that another plane flying?
Yeah, I think they
That's a
scrambled
jet.
a jet, a military
I
jet.
know what I'm doing a little bit.
A little bit.
And you can see all the terrain around you. You've got no issue with visibility or anything?
Nah, everything's peachy clean. Just did a little circle around Rainier. It's beautiful.
Montana?
I
Yeah.
think I got
Seattle.
scouted,
Washington.
Oh, Seattle. Yeah.
the Olympics. And, yeah.
Okay, and Rich, do you know, are you able to tell what altitude you're at?
Runway 16 left at contact tower for your landing clearance.
I threw up all inside of it. It's bad.
When you taxi out.
American 600. Fast to join. I was thinking about it, and then, probably a good thing I didn't.
494.
It's hard to tell what he's
Yeah.
saying with the other traffic.
Yeah, that's all mumbo jumbo. I have no idea what all that means. I was punch it in. I'm off autopilot. Okay.
I'm off autopilot.
Turn on
Yeah.
Bravo.
Get me to the jets.
No, I'm not taking you to any jets. I'm actually keeping you away from aircraft that are trying to land at SeaTac.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to screw with that.
So not only was he super courteous about
Yeah.
stealing an
Yeah.
airplane,
He
he just want to have fun.
On account of me.
All the traffic in front of you, make sure they chain up around onto Alpha. We're going to keep people clear this runway first.
I'm sure it caused way more problems.
Oh, I'm
than we
sure.
know, you know, like,
They probably had to divert air traffic for a
oh,
while.
I guarantee it. You don't let somebody fly a random
No.
fucking plane and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Just go ahead and do what you want for an hour.
And it's not a small
Was
plane
it a
either.
full hour? Is
I
that
don't
how
know
long
how
was
long
it?
it was. I can check.
I need to watch the news more often, I guess.
This was
Oh,
a
this
while
was a
ago.
while ago. I mean, the video is 5 years old.
Oh, is it? Okay.
What was it? What'd you call it? Air King?
Sky King.
Sky King.
Yeah, the guy's name is Richard Russell.
There's also an old TV show called
first
Sky
names?
King as well. So
A 2 first name.
That's what the internet dubbed him as Sky King.
yeah.
I don't know
right.
how long the flight was. But
I don't know. I don't want to watch the end though.
No, I don't think there's.
There's no video of him crashing,
Oh,
okay.
but there is some aftermath videos of that. So, but yeah, he did crash just into a remote area, and he did not survive
I
that.
figured as much.
I Google Sky King flight time, and then I get how to world record paper airplane.
Oh, jeez.
I've never been able to make a paper airplane fly.
What?
Yeah, no, they're hard. Like,
I feel like on the break we need to get you paper.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
We're gonna fly him down the hallway.
Yeah, we'll do a
All
competition.
All right.
I can't imagine. Have you ever thought about flying an airplane, Ches?
Oh yeah,
Have you thought about like getting your pilot's license? And it's expensive.
it is,
How much is
especially now. I mean,
And it's a lot of hours, right?
Yeah, a lot.
and super expensive.
Yeah, because you're paying for fuel, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
cheap,
Well, it's
especially
about
not now.
I don't know what it is today, but it's about $5-6 grand to get your pilot's license.
Do you have to like carry
It's way more
special
than that
liability insurance to do that or anything?
You
Yeah.
gotta carry a medical card
Uh-huh.
as well, so you got to be checked out every year. And of course, I had to do that when I was a truck driver. But
Like the medical card for what? Make sure you're sane or
$8,300
both that and
to
physical, yeah.
okay.
$8,300 to $12,300 for your private pilot's license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then if you want to be a commercial pilot, you're looking at $28,000 to $90,000.
Yeah, but how much do they make?
More than that.
Yeah,
I mean, you make more than that making minimum wage,
true.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. Let's take a break.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll be back after the break with Jez. We're back. The Weekly InSalt, episode 289 with Cesare. Okay, so can I say that on the air? Or
Yeah.
should I edit that?
No, that's fine.
That's technically your middle name.
It is, yes.
And it always weirds me out when people call you Brian. I'm like, who's Brian? I don't know who you're talking about. Thanks for being here today.
Oh yeah, anytime.
We have a few things that we've been avoiding for the last couple episodes, I think. Number one, the chip challenge.
Yeah.
We still have... I mean, I didn't mean to do this, Curt, and I'm sorry, but all the shitty ones are at the end because I didn't want to eat them
Damn you.
either. But let's get into it.
Let's
If
do
you
it.
don't know what the chip challenge is,
me
we
see
try...
Let me see the chips.
Well, I'll get there. If you don't know what the chip challenge is, Curt and I went to multiple Asian supermarkets around the valley, and we bought every brand, every flavor of chip we could find. And in other countries, you know, they have different kinds of tastes, so they're not always the same. As we'd get here, I mean, I've got a great bag of original Ruffles up on my counter,
Yeah.
but that's not what we're going to try today. Curt, just look at these and tell me what you think. There's 2 chips today.
Oh, these look gross.
Why do they look gross?
Well, look at this one. I mean, these ones are these don't look like normal potato chips.
They kind of look like a mix between baked.
Like a sun chip or something? Or
Yeah, baked
Yeah, it
in a
kind of
sun
looks like a
chip.
small sun chip that's got a curl on it. Yeah, these look disgusting.
All right, well, we're going to find out.
These ones look like they're normal. But
Oh, you're going to regret saying that.
So
Actually, I don't know. I haven't tried these, so they might both be awesome.
So where's the score at? Am I still losing?
got
Yeah,
the
let's
score right
give
here.
us the
Yeah.
score update.
all right, let's see. So the guest is at 6. Laura is at 4. And me, I'm at 7.
See? He's cheating. Chez is the one that brought this to my attention that you've been cheating the system.
Really? Really? You think I'm cheating? You just saw the whole process. So.
No, and what you did bring up at the time was true because
Yes.
you always tasted last and you had the best way to have an educated guess.
Do you want me to taste first this
Well,
time?
You're
you did
tasting
last
first this
time. And
Yeah, but we're doing it again.
okay. All right.
Because you got points last time, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did get a
Yeah.
point. Yeah, yeah.
And especially when Wade was kind of like giving out the more,
I kind of
the
give
bigger
hints.
hints.
Out, yeah. All right, this is the first one. It is a chip from China.
Oh,
This is the one that Curt
off
said.
to a
It's the
great
weird-looking
start.
one.
These are both from China today, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter. These are the ones that Curt says are weird. I think they look. I don't know. I kind of like the baked chip, which I think most people don't. But sometimes it's nice to not have like the grease.
Yeah.
And baked just has a kind of satisfying texture.
I like kettle chips. They're my favorite.
Oh, does this smell okay? I'm gonna wait for everybody to have their chip before I.
Here.
Yep, these are good.
All right. That wasn't as bad as I thought, but
I'm gonna give you the hint, the initial hint.
Can I have another one of those?
Yeah, these are good, huh?
They have a bit of a sweet taste.
Exactly.
They do. Okay, and that can be your first hint. It's the sweetness plays into what this flavor is. And it's something more common than you'd think. Curt, you got to go first.
I'm still thinking.
I need one more. These are actually good.
Those are really
You
good.
got to give me some more of those.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I could eat a bag of these.
These are great.
They are good.
I wasn't expecting this
I'm
because
taking 3.
I guess it makes sense
Oh, 5.
when it comes down to what that flavor actually is. But it's a good chip. It's a savory, but a little bit sweet. And it's like any chip. We've realized over the course of the chip challenge that every chip has like a base seasoning. At least I have. They're all kind of seasoned the same, and then the aftertaste is really what the flavor is of the chip. You just have to be able to pinpoint that. And I mean, we're kind of putting you guys all at a disadvantage anyway because it's like the blindfold taste test off of Hell's Kitchen. You have chefs that are applying for a job, basically, and they're like, they eat a cantaloupe. They're like, asparagus? You know? It's hard to tell. When you
Okay,
don't know.
I got it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with a sweet pork ramen.
Ooh.
Okay. Go more basic. I'm going to make you go more basic.
What the fuck?
That was really specific. Sweet pork ramen?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be mine.
Chez? It's a very simple thing. It's one.
I got it.
Okay.
I was going to go a sweet barbecue.
Okay.
Pork chow mein.
Okay.
Oh, lo mein. Chow mein. Lo mein.
It
One of the
doesn't.
two.
Yeah. I mean, you said pork. Curt said pork. So it doesn't matter if we give Laura the first position or last position. She'll still just say they'll both say the same thing anyway. According to China, that is called tomato flavor.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
Okay.
get that at all.
So I don't think there can be any points.
no points.
No points.
Maybe just a point for Chez because
Now I have the tomato.
Now you get the tomato, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
No,
sweetness.
that's-
When you said it's kind of sweet, I'm like, that makes perfect sense with tomatoes. But it's kind of hard.
And I hate tomatoes, but that's,
All right, I still don't get tomato, but
yeah.
Do you want to try another
I do
one?
get
No,
a tomato soup out
I
of
ate
it
like
now.
8.
Now,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, and I think everybody's far off.
Yeah.
All right. The number two one, I don't want to eat, but we're going to do it anyway. I think I smelled it, and it smells not like what the flavor is, but I don't know. It kind
I'm going to grab 2.
of almost smells like coffee, but it's not that. I will tell you
Well,
that
I'm
much.
at a disadvantage because I can't smell.
Well, it smells like coffee, but it's not coffee.
Okay.
It's so weird that you can't smell and can taste.
Oh, yeah, I can taste.
Yeah, that's some
It's like only 40% of your
unnatural
taste
human
buds.
ability. Try this big old bastard right here.
yeah, I definitely do kind of get that earthy coffee.
It kind of has a little coffee thing, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Smell to it.
It's got a bit of a bite, a little spice.
A little bit. Oh, yeah, it does a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't get any spice, but
I was so scared of this one, and I actually like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
This one is from China as well. And if you read the name of it, I guarantee everybody in this room, and probably all of you listening, if you read the name of this, you would not buy it.
It's got some sea creature in
does.
it.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, you're there.
A little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, definitely seafoody.
I'm gonna
But
go
it's not
with,
like weird seafood. It's
No.
not like fishy. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go octopus on this.
Okay.
I was going to say sea urchin.
Okay.
I'm going to say crab.
Okay. This is going to be a really hard one to determine. None of you are right,
Damn it.
but you're in the right area.
Shrimp.
Okay, you're getting closer. I will accept that as a close
Okay.
answer.
Crawfish.
Well, that's basically shrimp. It's a really generalized term. It's seafood, but you know what else is in the sea or in a lake?
Lobster.
Crawdad.
Crawdad.
That's crawfish.
I'm still sticking with shrimp.
Okay. I don't know, Curt. Ches, you're gonna have to figure the points out because this was our most. Curt and I, when we bought this was our most feared flavor. It's roasted fish.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty general.
It is.
I told you it was general, and then you guys were like, shrimp, and you're like shrimp, crawdad.
I said crab. I said crab at first.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. So my first guess was octopus. What did you say, Ches?
I said sea urchin.
Yeah,
And you said
which
I
would
said
shrimp or
crab, and then I said shrimp.
So
none of those are fish.
Yeah.
I would argue though that the flavor of a sea urchin would be closer to what the roasted fish thing is going for, but it's not as.
I would say no points on this.
Shit, then it's a wash.
Either
Why'd we even do it?
no or all.
Yeah,
everybody gets a point.
Okay.
All right, I like that.
But Laura
It
gets
has
an
a really
extra
weird
point just
bitter
for.
aftertaste, though.
Yeah, that's the thing with chips.
But it's not.
I think that's been the common thing with every chip,
Yeah.
though, is
Yeah.
the aftertaste is where you really
Yeah.
get like the flavor,
That
and then
definitely
most.
can taste fish now.
Now you're grossed out by it.
Yeah.
You haven't grossed out. Try another one. They're good.
Well, yeah, now that I know the
like
flavor, it's like, okay, now I get it. And it's
So
not.
how many points for Laura?
Give her an
2.
extra one just to make her feel good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
All right.
Can
so
I have
that
some
puts,
number 1?
Oh, you want more?
So that puts the
Yeah, because I have a really bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like that number 2 at all.
or that puts
That's-
Laura in last
until
place.
you,
at
once you
6.
found out it was fish, you didn't like it.
That puts Laura in last place at 6, guest at
still.
7, and me at 8.
That's why I gave you a point.
Thank
It was
you.
kind of a pity point, but I didn't want to call it that.
Come on, Laura, you're 2 points behind. How many more bags of shit do we have?
We've got, I think we have 5 or 6 left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got
There's
3
still
more.
Yeah.
3 more of those, and then we'll determine a winner.
Yeah, number 1 is really yummy.
We should come
Yeah.
up with some kind of a prize.
Now Laura's just eating on the air.
Oh, sorry, am I crunching on air?
No, you're fine. I think that Ches, you've listened to the show recently. What do you think about the latest Curt's Corner? Like, what do you think about that whole bit, the Curt's Corner?
I think it's great.
You like it?
Yeah.
Curt doesn't believe that it's any good. He doesn't think it's great at all.
I think it's pointless, but
I think I commented the one week you didn't do it. I'm like, where was Kurt's corner?
Yeah, you did. You actually did send me a message. Where's Curt's Corner out this week? I'm like, eh. So with that being said,
Yeah. Kurt's Corner.
Kurt's Corn Dog.
Kurt's Corn
not
Dog.
doing the corn dog anymore. That
All
was
right,
last
let's
week.
redo.
Oh, yep. Kurt's Corner.
Kurt's Corner.
Kurt's Corner.
All right.
Kurt's Corner.
You have to say it.
Kurt's corner.
All right. What you got
Nice.
for us this week, man?
All right, nothing special. Nothing. Well, I think it's special and spectacular, but the sun, you know, the big star that we orbit around,
Yeah.
it unleashed a giant horse fart of galactic proportions.
Okay. I don't know why you chose the horse as the animal that farted.
Well,
Can we do like
is
buffalo
this?
fart?
it was pretty loud, and I don't know if it puts off any sound, but it was pretty huge.
Yeah.
It was huge, and the galactic stank did approach us. It was aimed kind of towards us. It did graze us in a way, but if it happened to have been a direct hit, then could have caused a lot of problems.
So, to people who aren't following along, what you're talking about is a solar flare.
Yes.
Yeah. And what you're also talking about is the fact that solar flares can literally cripple the entire Earth
Yes.
if they directly hit us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
And this one
From a
was
heat perspective or the smell?
Electromagnetic.
electromagnetic. Yeah.
An EMP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, it basically disables all the satellites, so the GPS in your car goes down. You know, your power goes out.
Yeah, it would affect a lot of the satellites out there and cause some problems geomagnetically. That's what you want to say. But yeah, that happened. I think it happened in the last few days. There might still be some residual effects. You see a lot of northern lights as a result of this stuff.
man. Oh, cool. We
I've
should
always
go.
wanted to see the Northern Lights.
Me too.
I say it
It's on
like
my-
I'm dead. I've always wanted to see them. I know where to go to see them.
Well, occasionally you can even see them here.
Yeah.
I've heard that, but you're not seeing them in the valley. There's no way.
Not in the valley.
Yeah, you
I've
have to
driven
go.
I've
Like,
driven up to like Ogden, northern Utah, and seen them. It's not as elaborate as if you would be up in the Arctic or anything like that.
I
But
was about to make myself another promise and be like, I'm going to see the Northern Lights next year, but that seems like it's out of my control a little bit.
Just put it on your list somewhere.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
It's always been on the list because I think that you see the Northern Lights in a picture, but if you ever seen a video of the Northern Lights, they move around pretty quick. It's like it's almost unnatural.
It's
you
like
know, the
it's
way you look
dancing
at-
across the sky.
Yeah,
Wow.
which would be weird to see something so big in the sky. I don't know.
What
You guys-
causes? What makes the northern lights? I should know this.
I think it's
talking
just
about it.
electromagnetic
We did. I don't
interference. Like, you're good at that, Laura.
Good at not
Just
tuning
kidding.
out. It's good
You're
tuning
getting
out.
good at that. I've been trying to get better. But yeah, it's electromagnetic interference with the atmosphere, but usually caused by the sun releasing a horse fart, like Curt says.
Yeah. How often does it do it?
It can happen anytime, really. But
Well,
this one is
Kind of like a fart.
Yeah, it's noticeable. It's
Come out of
notable.
nowhere.
It's notable because this one was extremely large. Not even NASA said this is probably the biggest one that was ever recorded.
So the question is, did the sun have mud butt?
Looked like it.
Oh, come on now.
There's video
No more
of
poop
it
talk.
if you look into it. Another thing I have. Does anybody know what the oceans of the world are?
Water.
Like there's the Atlantic. There's
Yeah,
the
the Atlantic,
Pacific.
Pacific.
What are the
Trick
others?
question.
The 7 oceans.
Indian.
There's not 7. Those are seas.
The 7. Oh, okay.
Indian Ocean,
There's the Indian. There's the Atlantic. There's
Pacific,
the Pacific.
the Indian Ocean,
The Indian.
well, the Baltic Sea.
Oh,
There's
those
also
are
the
the
Black
seas.
Sea.
Those are seas.
Those don't
We're talking
count.
oceans.
There's the
Arctic.
Arctic Ocean.
There's the Arctic.
Um,
Okay, so I'm
The
going to stop you
Bering
there.
Sea?
No,
No,
that's
that's a C.
shit.
so I'm going to stop you there because that's the 4 ones. But a new one was just recently.
Oh,
added.
I saw this.
Yeah.
Is this the underground one?
No.
No.
This is
Nope.
this
There is an
the
ocean
one.
under the
I saw
ground.
this.
Yes.
Yeah. So they just in 2021. It's kind of old, but they just added a 5th.
What is it?
It's the
It's-
Southern Ocean.
Well, that's pretty fucking
I
generic.
know it's stupid, but that's what it is.
I'm sure people have like referenced that on their body. Like, you want to take a trip down to the Southern Ocean?
Yeah, it's the Southern Ocean. This is what it encompasses the Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just read about that like 2 days ago.
Yeah. So it circles the Antarctica, and then there's all the other oceans around it.
Would
All
you
right.
guys ever visit
come on.
Antarctica?
No.
Antarctica circles the entire globe, or the entire Earth.
It does.
It's the wall that holds everything in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's where once you walk to one side of the flat Earth, you go to the other side.
Yeah.
So, question.
Yeah.
I should probably know this too. What's the difference between an ocean and a sea?
I don't know that, and that's what I'm questioning now too. Curt, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
'Cause you brought this up. You caused all
What
of this.
is
let
the
me do a
difference?
Google search. Real quick.
I would think
Is
a
it-
sea is more of like it's like a large body of water, but it's not really doesn't have currents like the ocean, maybe.
I don't
Because
know.
an ocean,
Yes.
the ocean.
I'm thinking it might be more around how close it is to land.
So oceans are vast
Maybe.
bodies of water that cover 70% of the Earth's surface.
Okay.
A sea is a smaller part of an ocean that is typically. Oh, hold on, it's cut
So
off.
why is the Gulf of Mexico a gulf and not the Sea of Mexico?
Because
it's inland.
All right, so
Because it's
let
in
me-
an actual like formation of a gulf.
yes, it's like it's confined by.
Yeah.
So a sea is a
land.
smaller part of an ocean that is typically contained by an area of land.
Okay.
So a sea is a gulf.
I said that. No.
A gulf is probably a smaller sea.
Okay, so now we're okay. Then why? Okay, never mind. We could go.
Do you want
For
me to, do you want me to search that?
Yeah.
No, I mean I kind of do, but I'm sure there's somebody out there like, really, we're listening to a podcast that's arguing the difference between gulfs and seas.
And oceans.
Yeah, it shows you how much went on this week.
Yeah.
Like we're like the news, like scrambling for something. Like there's a cookie drive at the. There's a guy in the
All right,
Walmart
so a
parking lot
sea-
with tamales.
A sea is an area of open water that is partially bounded by a land barrier, where a gulf is an area of water intended into a land mass.
Okay.
Glad I got no answers, just more questions.
Yeah, more
It makes sense. It does
Onward.
make sense. Though.
Onward.
Yeah, and all has to do with size. Size matters.
I was just gonna say that. Size.
I was waiting for you guys to get that. I love that my it made you like initially triggered you with that thought. Laura, you have all gulfs and seas aside. You had something that you wanted to talk about today.
Yeah. So I mean, we were just talking about the Sky Dude,
Yeah,
Sky King.
Sky King.
Yeah. So I was on break reading about him. Definitely mental illness, struggling with some issues in his life. So
Yeah.
had some sad news today, and I just wanted to do a special shout out. We've had a few guests on that are struggling with addiction, and just wanted to give a shout out to this special person. His name is Keegan. He was really instrumental in helping a family member, and after 6 years of sobriety, he had an overdose and died. And I just wanted to just tell people out there that he was really instrumental and big in the community and helped so many people. And just reach out if you need help. We're here to help.
That's crazy to me. But that's, I don't know. We talked briefly about this before the show. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to be. I'm assuming it was heroin.
It was. Yeah.
It's crazy that there's a drug that powerful that you can be sober for 5 years and then you make one mistake and you're dead. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing that happens in your life that's, you can't get help.
Yeah.
Overcoming and talking to somebody. So, yeah.
I think a lot of the times, too, it's easy to think that you're all alone because we all deal with our own things, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, Curt, I'm going to use you as an example, but don't take this the wrong way. You're very introverted, so I don't feel like you necessarily want to share all of your personal stuff with everybody.
You have to understand my level of that.
Okay.
So for me to be introverted, I am, sure. But I'm introverted, not the fact that I want to be alone.
Sure, yeah.
But it's...
But you're not willing, like if I asked you a really personal, not on the air of course, but a really personal question, you might tell me like, nah, don't worry about it.
Well, and to further on that, so I'm introverted not in the fact that I want to be alone, but I want to be at peace.
I get that.
Yeah, I get that.
And I'm extroverted around people who bring me peace.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a really good way to put it.
I like that.
Well, shit, now you're ruining my example. The whole point of that is there's no reason in hiding anything you're struggling with.
Exactly.
We all do. And I think a lot of times all of you in this room right now and a lot of people who listen that I've talked to, you help me through some of the stuff that I'm worried about. But I'm also very open about to the point where I'm sure people get sick of it. I'm like, man, I had a shitty week at work. I don't like this. I don't like that. And then you get feedback from people and then I make a change based on that. But a lot of people aren't like that. So if you do have the struggle, just reach out to somebody.
Reach out, yeah.
Chaz, what are you worried about right now?
Going camping. Okay. Or not going camping this year. I haven't, other than going to Lake Powell, I haven't had a real camping trip yet this year.
Well, we're going next month.
Yes.
You haven't had a real camping trip this year?
No.
God, we've been on like 5.
Yeah, we've done really well.
My trailer's still winterized in my garage from last winter.
What?
So you know what that means is if we go on a camping trip, then Chaz is going to be like, I'm just going to stay in your trailer. I'm not getting that shit out.
I'm like, well, I might just take it and then just not, like, de-winterize it.
Oh, yeah, like, don't take a poop in it?
Yeah. So
Always we get that pooper in this an episode. Never fails.
I kind of feel like it's more fun now that you're here. Especially because you're like, Laura, have you ever had mud butt? I'm not talking about my bum on the podcast. We will have an episode focused on your bum.
No. Absolutely not.
I'm sure Curt, you and I can figure out a bit for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we'll just record beforehand and say, hey, listeners, we're going to make a lot of weird jokes this episode, but it's all going to be about Laura's butt.
No poop talk.
I don't know.
Although we spent a significant amount of time before we got here researching toilets around the world.
Yeah. You're going to bring that up now?
Well, I mean, you opened the topic of bum and poop. So.
See, we always get her every episode.
It all started with the commercial at the picture of the toilet with the sink on top that you can wash your hand and then it fills the tank.
And I thought you were talking about the old school bidets. But no, there's actually toilets that have sinks on top of them to save space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the water goes down into the tank.
Not just a space saver, conservation too. They're in densely populated areas and they originated in Japan.
But I argue conservation because when you wash your hands, you're going to flush the toilet now. Or maybe you just leave the water in there, but...
It cycles the water into the tank after you wash your hands, so you're flushing with that. Yeah. So you're not doing that and then going over to a sink.
Yeah, that's true. But also a tank, how a toilet works is a float. And the water stops when it reaches the level where the float is at. But then if the water continues to fill, it just goes down a drain.
Yeah.
It goes down that tube.
Yeah, so is there really conservation then?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I still don't want, like... I just imagine this being in a kitchen. This is why I think it's so gross. Imagine if you're like scraping like mashed potatoes and gravy into the top of your toilet. You're gonna be growing some weird mutant in there.
Kidding.
Yeah, no, you just use your
potatoes.
The gray water from washing your hands.
Yeah. Gray water is different than black water. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Maybe that's their concept is if you wash your hands, you create gray water.
And then turn it to black
and
water.
And then if you turn it into black water, you're saving water.
Exactly.
Right.
You have in the trailer we've talked. I feel like I feel like I'm just about to make a roundabout discussion about how we can talk about poop again. So I'm second guessing myself.
Did you just say wash your hands with gray water?
No, you wash your hands, which creates gray water.
Okay, yeah.
But then
yeah.
you're turning the gray water into black water. But black water is usually what in a trailer?
Kurt had this
Poop.
Kurt had this look on his face like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You know what? I think that. Man, we've talked about this in the past, but gray water in a trailer isn't that bad. I mean, you got dish soap in there usually, or you've
Hand
got
soap and
yeah,
Maybe a
it's
whole
not-
pot of coffee.
maybe some coffee, but I mean, somebody will drink.
No.
Some food bits.
Yeah, some
Oh.
food bits,
Pass.
but
The last person that puked in the sink.
Oh.
now
Now. Okay.
could that be considered black water? Puke? I think puke should be black water.
Okay.
I
So we're
depend-
going from poop to puke.
Do you got a better idea?
Anything other than those two things.
I don't know. I think puke should be black water.
I think it depends on which tank it goes into.
So the tank determines the type of water it is. Okay. We've talked about this in the past, but when you go camping, like usually camping in a tent, not a trailer, you have your pots there, you cook with it and everything, and usually you just like rinse it out with water and then wipe it out. But for some reason at home, we always have to like make sure we wash everything with soap. And
I actually
scrubby.
boil water to do my dishes camping out of the tent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we have to do that though? I mean, you could probably just wipe
I
it
don't
out
know
with a
if I'd go
paper
that far.
towel.
I
you
do.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Just wipe it out with a paper towel. You cook bacon and then wipe the bacon grease out and then cook bacon again. the next
Oh, well,
morning.
Yeah.
that's different. Yeah.
That'd be okay? Yeah. Where's the line then?
I say my trailer, the water comes out. It's almost already boiling when he comes out of the water heater.
Ches just has his water heater cranked way up.
I think the line is what you cooked in it before. Like, so if you're going to do chili, you're not going to do fried bacon in a chili pan, are you?
To me, it sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Chili flavored bacon.
Right, bad example.
Yeah.
We just ate roasted fish chips.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I thought about that because we always are so sanitary at home, which I think is great. But camping, it seems like you could wash your pan in a river, right, or a creek. Wash your pan out with a little bit of water, then you're putting on the heat, so you're going to kill bacteria anyway.
Yeah. I'd be careful about river water.
Well, yeah, don't drink it
No.
by any means. Yeah, Jardy is not
No.
that fun. Speaking of poop,
Oh, there we go.
I'm sure nobody wants that.
Going down that rabbit hole.
I think we're coming back out the rabbit hole. But yeah, we got to get a camping trip in. We've been talking about the eclipse.
Yeah, going down to see the eclipse next month.
I think it's like October
14th.
14th,
I said
yeah.
the 18th. Yeah.
Solar, right?
Yeah.
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 Did anybody else do that experiment when you were a kid? There was a solar eclipse, so you take two pieces of paper, you poke a pinhole in one, and then you hold it far apart. You can't see me. The papers are
Create a
far
lens.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can see the eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to do that,
Last time the solar eclipse happened, I was working off of like 5400 South in an office building, and everybody's like, "You got to go outside and see the eclipse." There was a dude out there selling eclipse glasses. Like, I swear that he had planned ahead of time.
Oh, yeah,
He bought,
we should do the same thing.
He bought a pallet of them, and
You can buy them online.
he had a pallet of them though, and he was just walking
Yeah.
around, and people that were like this, like they were like looking at the ground and like kind of going like this, like covering their eyes, like, "I'm looking at the eclipse," and he's like, "Solar eclipse glasses, $5."
Oh, I bet he made a fortune.
Oh, he probably killed it. I would say we should do this, but we'll probably not be here.
Yeah. You can find them on Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do sell
I
them
did
on
get
Amazon.
some for the eclipse. So
Did you just get one pair?
no, I got a few.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
so
there
you're
you
prepared.
go. You guys are covered.
Yeah, I mean they weren't expensive. I mean it was like
Yeah, they're super
I think I
cheap.
bought like 10 pair and it was like $10 or something.
Well, we got to get out there and do something before
I know I
winter
really want to do
comes.
another camping trip, too.
You want to come to the eclipse?
No.
Okay, bye.
Oh, well, why not?
I'll probably be moving by then.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Speaking of that, you need to give us the house update.
Oh, dude, it's been a hassle. This market sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still finally got a pretty good negotiation out with my builder. Had a big open house. Hopefully get a sale this weekend and everything will work out. The stars will align.
Yeah. You know, there might even be an
solar
eclipse.
will happen. You took it from me.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
yeah, so it's been stressful to say the least, but
Yeah.
I think we're getting there.
There's been a lot of talk about that lately too. Is the housing market is stale?
It's very stale.
Just you can't buy, you can't sell.
Well, you can buy. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
the
just the
issue
interest
is,
rates are so high.
It's not just interest rates. It has a lot to do with it, but there's lots of inventory, and buyers are being extremely damn picky.
At 8%, you better be.
yeah.
Yeah, you better get something you love. You know. But yeah, it's good to see things are coming along though.
Yeah, I hope. Knock on wood.
I
Lots of
know.
wood.
I would wish you the best luck, but you don't
Yeah.
want to go on the camping trips.
Well, if it doesn't sell, I'll go.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, if I'm not moving, I'll go.
Yeah, the next couple weeks will be touchy, just based on
Yeah.
the fact that I mean, moving's
Yeah.
never fun.
It's not.
It doesn't matter if you hire movers or if you
No.
move it all yourself.
No. But
When
the
you
other
have a
thing is-
house, you get a bunch of shit.
Yeah, just living half packed because I had to like take all of my personal things out just so it's like show ready looking stage. So it's really a pain.
Yeah.
Got to clean every day, dust every day, hide the cat stuff every day.
Yeah, you've seen my house. You know how hard that would be for me. Ches, thanks for coming today.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for all the events that we're going to go
Yeah.
to. And
Come out to the car show tomorrow in Midville. It's gonna,
It's
oh,
not
not tomorrow. Whenever it is.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Yeah.
I think
The 30th.
this Saturday.
This coming Saturday, right?
What's
Because
from
they're
11
listening.
to?
It's the 27th to the listener.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember the time. It's what,
Ches looked at me like, "What are you talking about, dude?"
And we'll be there.
Yeah,
can
Amy will
visit
be
us.
there. Yeah, thanks again, Ches. Look for we have some really cool stuff coming up. It's just taking time, like anything else does. Nailing down what the ideas are, where we're going to do them, and working with all of you lovely people. A lot of you have been on the show, I'm sure, that listen, and we've got some really cool things coming.
Yeah, some collaborations.
Yeah, I can't wait to announce it.
I know.
I want to talk about it so
No,
bad.
not yet.
I would say the other thing.
Yeah.
If you've got events you want us to come to,
Yeah,
reach
let
out
us
to
know.
us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, if it's your birthday party,
Yeah.
$50, I'm there. Actually, that's too much money.
Yeah,
$10,
yeah.
I'm there. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Shot
bring-
a
I'll
fireball.
bring a-
Okay.
Shot a fireball.
I'll
I'm
bring a bag of chips.
there. They might
No,
not,
one of the.
they might not be good chips, but I'll
Well,
bring
they
it
might,
back. All right, thanks again, Ches. This has been your weekly insult.
Yeah, we'll bring the number 2 chips.
They're poop chips.
No, they're not poop chips.
You said number 2s. You said number 2. I just.
No.